Hey guys, it's Chloe. So, I know I'm in a weird position right now. I am outside currently, obviously. Um, my house is, people are about to come over and I need to film this, and this is 10 different ways of coping with, like difficult times, whether, um, and it doesn't have to be, just if you have depression. It doesn't have to be just if you have some illness. It can be strictly because you've had a bad day and you just want to lay there and cry and do nothing else. But there are plenty other things you can do than just cry. Though, if you need to cry every once in a while, that's perfectly fine, because crying is a way to show your emotions and release um, the things in your body that need to be released, and get things off your chest, and just in general make you feel better. But that's not always what you should do. So here are some of my 10 favorite ways of coping, and I hope you guys get something out of this. The first one is to run. I don't normally run, but I do jog around my neighborhood a little bit just to clear my head. Running, along with another one of mine, which is exercising, is a way to release endorphins, which will make you feel better, be on like a high, if you will. It generally makes you feel better, and it makes you healthier. So, yeah. Another is to hang out with people who are supportive and who are willing to be there for you, like friends, family, um, anyone, because isolating yourself isn't the way to go, because isolating yourself can make it 10 times worse. When you're trying to just, let it out, you can unconsciously just make it worse. And obviously that's not what we're shooting for. Another one is to talk to someone. This kind of goes along with being with the supporter and everything, but straight talking to someone and not lying and getting it all out, whether it's painful, hard, whether it's just really, really upsetting, just get it all out, because once you do get it out, you'll feel so much better. And I know that once you get it out, you'll have a support system. And if you're not ready all of a sudden to just pour your feelings out and everything that you've gone through, don't. That's completely up to you, and you do that on your own time. But I know that as a way of coping, that it really does help. Another one is to paint. Okay, I don't paint very often, but I know that when you're painting, your body is calm. It's at one good, nice level, and it's really peaceful. And you can paint whatever you want. You can paint your emotions, you can paint what you saw that day, you can paint absolutely anything you want to. It goes along with drawing and stuff like that. But it really does help, because it just calms your body down, and you can do whatever you want on the canvas. It's your canvas, it's your life, it's your drawing. So you just do it. It makes you happy when you paint. Another is to work out, which goes along with running, releasing the endorphins, making you feel better. Swimming. Swimming is a really big one, for me at least. I have a pool right behind the computer, actually, the camera, actually, but swimming also releases endorphins, but it limbers your body up, so you're not as tense, and you're not as I don't feel as frustrated when I get out of the pool as I did when I went in the pool being all frustrated and upset. The pool is so wonderful. Like I said, it releases the muscles and stuff and relieves tension, and it overall just makes you feel good. And you can tan while you're in the pool. You can, it's a distractor for sure. You get in and you just do whatever you want in the pool. It's definitely a good way of coping. The next is sing. Now, I know a bunch of people are going to be like, I don't sing, I don't want to sing, but it really does help, because you can pick a song that is the most insane screamo, or you can pick the song that, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, or you can pick the song that is the slowest, softest, nicest, sweetest song that you've ever heard, and sing it. And when you put your emotions into a song, afterwards you literally feel like you were just on a high. Like, you feel so amazing. And I know that that's a great way to cope. Another is to play a really hard game. Now, this may sound kind of dumb, but it really does work. When you play a really hard game that you have to have a lot of strategy with and everything, your mind becomes focused on that, and it kind of just forgets everything else. So when you're playing this hard game, you're really, really concentrated on winning this game or beating this game or whatever, and your mind just becomes a different mind, and you just have a different mindset, and it's a better outlook when you finish the game, and you feel successful if you win. So that's a good way to cope. Another is to write. When I went to my therapist, the first thing that she told me was to write all of my things down in a journal. Just get it all out there, and I kind of thought that was dumb, because I was always like, well, I write it down, but it's still in my head. But it kind of isn't, because it's always going to be in your head. But when you write it down and you get all your emotions out on paper, it's kind of like talking to someone, but you don't have to tell anyone anything. And I think starting recovery and starting better ways to cope, that's a better way, because if you're not ready to be vulnerable with everyone and you're not ready to just share absolutely everything with everyone, write it down, share with yourself, and that's okay, because no one has to see it, no one has to read it. It's you and your journal and your writings, and it helps a whole lot. I promise you, it really does. And the last one is something that I recommend if you absolutely need it. It's to punch something. And I don't mean punch your wall and break holes into it. I don't mean punch family. I don't mean punch friends. I don't mean to harm anything. I mean like a punching bag. Just get all your anger out or all your emotions out on the punching bag, or the ground, or a pillow, or screaming into a pillow, or just releasing all of your anger out on one little thing, which is really what all of these are. Releasing all of your emotions out, or forgetting about your emotions for a little bit on one little thing. They really do help, you guys, and I'm not saying you have to try every single one of these, and I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to cry, because every once in a while you need to cry, and that's okay. But I'm saying that there are better ways than isolating yourself and not including yourself in things, and just forgetting about life and forgetting about your responsibilities and forgetting about everything forever, because that's not really the way to go. It's okay to forget your worries and everything for just a little bit, but unless you use these coping techniques and use other coping techniques over and over, like religiously, that anger and that emotion's always going to come up, because it's always going to be there. But these are just some of these are just some of the things I do to help me with my anger and my complete stress and my nonsense life that I go through. And it really does help. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys use some of these techniques. Comment below if you do, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you so, so much. You're more than worth it. Don't forget to smile.